Hi boys and girls, it's Shane. What would stop you from buying this house or this house? What are some of the problems that would scare you the most? We're going to be doing a walkthrough today. Me and my partner Shay are buying this house. Something I didn't notice when we walked through this house a couple weeks ago is there's some kind of old sign here. So this was probably used commercially as like a daycare or something. So that's a little bit different. Is it the steepness of them that's not to code?
It's the height of this. It's got to be a certain, I think it's 34 to 36 inches.
Right.
And you can't have a hole big enough for
something to fit through.
ball to go through there.
Yep. All right. So slight musty smell when we come in here, but it's been closed up for who knows how long. The ceiling, I'd say it's just a little bit lower than normal, probably 7.5 feet. So we've got a tub surround that isn't done correctly, and this could very well be where the moldy smell is coming from. So we are going to have to change this tub surround before we rent it. This is one of the things that has to be done. That's actually kind of cool. These are like plastic. I kind of like that cabinet. Hi, Shane. Down here, this looks new and okay. The spacing between here and here is very limited, but I think we can live with that. We're looking at things that would affect appraisal or rent value. So what things about this unit would stop it from appraising well or renting well? Another attic access. All right, let's go into this little hole and see what we find. At least we have insulation. It's amazing how often there won't be any insulation in homes around here. This looks like some older cellulose. Okay, what are we going to find in the attic? So mostly insulation. I'm also looking to see if I see any knob and tube wiring or Romex. This is an old cloth Romex. That's not knob and tube. We have some out of box connections here. If you can see that, that's an electrical connection right there. That's not in a box. I see some more exposed connections. That means underneath the cellulose, there's probably a lot more of that happening. Then we have, this is an old attic fan. So that was designed to suck the heat out of the house, and it would be expelled through the vents on either side. You get covered in all sorts of stuff almost instantly when you go into an attic. To be clear though, the knob and tube isn't going to stop our deal. That's not something that we're afraid of if we find it, but we do want to be aware of it so we can know what the cost would be. What have you found over here, Shay?
Just looking to see if the
Egg cartons. Naturally, there would be egg cartons behind the fridge. So we do have fiber internet already here, but they would install that for free. Oh wow, look at the vent stack.
Oh yeah. See, so there's something downstairs. A lot of something downstairs.
Yeah, there's got to be some kind of. Why else would they have that going?
Exactly right.
In two different places like that. We'll see what we find downstairs when he gets here. Patching spots in drywall, like this is bad. These things are simple and quick. Those are not expensive. Those aren't going to scare us off. A little bit of cracking in the ceiling here. That's not going to scare us off or cause any major problems. Most of the cabinets look pretty good. The washer dryer hookups are in an unusual place by today's standards, but it used to be common to have those in a kitchen because people would use the kitchen countertops as a worktop for doing laundry. We've determined that this fuse panel is live. That's not going to cut it. We're going to need to see if there's some breakers anywhere else. So we're buying both of these for $145,000, so it's basically $72,000 each. And we're trying to identify problems. This looks like a condensate line. What could that be? All right, so this is the underside of one of the units. Kind of get an idea of what we're going to be dealing with. So there is a breaker panel that's been put in. That is not to code there, but that's really not going to be. So we need to really bring a piece of conduit up, and all of this can then be ran properly, but that's really not a major expense. That's not going to take much. You don't want to let a problem like that's scary, because people hear electrical and they think, oh, that's a scary problem, but you need to evaluate it. Not all electrical problems are the same.
Look at that.
Got the water heater here. What do we got?
This is great.
Oh, wow. So this is underneath the bathroom. Let me see if I can get my head around this a little bit.
Man.
Okay, so we got vent, we got toilet, we got shower. Why do we have, is that an extra vent, I guess, off of the shower? And then this goes across to the kitchen. That goes to the kitchen.
This is laundry.
And that goes to the laundry. This is something you don't see in very many houses. This is a Pittsburgh potty. You can look that up. So that's the water supply. There used to be a toilet mounted on the wall. That's why the water supply was so high. And at some point they replaced it with a more modern toilet. When I say more modern, that one's still cast iron and at least 60, 70 years old. But that would have been one with the pull handle flush down in a basement.